Hi everyone, welcome to Airstream headquarters right here in Jackson Center, Ohio. My name's Aaron Bump. I'm the product planning manager for Airstream Touring Coaches, and today I'm going to walk you through the Interstate 19X. In 2021, we launched the Interstate 24X, our introduction to the adventure van segment, and it's been very popular with people that want a best-in-class touring coach, but want to be able to take all of their fishing gear, bikes, kayaks with them on their adventures. And now for people that want something that's a little bit easier to drive, can park in a parking spot, we now have introduced the Interstate 19X. So we're going to take you through the exterior of the 19X and show you all the features of the chassis and our exterior design, and then we'll get to the great stuff inside. We start off with our classic iridium silver metallic paint, high quality paint job from Mercedes-Benz that we finish off with all the exterior components and compartments. But one of the neat features of our 24X and now our 19X is the whole look and feel of this adventure van, this bottom heavy look and design that starts with this exterior coating, this body coating that we've added. This is a protective coating that helps when you're going on those gravel roads and dirt roads and two tracks. Anything that gets kicked up against your body, this is gonna protect it and have that longevity that you want in this touring coach. And then we have these amazing rail steps that go along the side that get you in and out of your touring coach. And then let's talk about the tires. We've taken the Mercedes-Benz tires and replaced them with these black aluminum wheels and the all-terrain tires that are just a perfect blend of what you need to be, again, off those paved roads onto those dirt roads and two tracks. But even on the highway, these things really drive nice. They're not loud, they drive nice and quiet. They're a great addition to that all-around vehicle that you want in something like this. So let's talk about the chassis that we're building on. This is the 19-foot Mercedes Sprinter 2500 chassis. It is 4x4 standard. It is the 3-liter, 6-cylinder engine that has 325 foot-pounds of torque and 188 horsepower. And like I said, it's 4x4 standard. It's that option to go into 4x4 mode. But we also now have the new Mercedes-Benz chassis that has the new engine. It's a 2-liter engine that is a 4-cylinder high turbo diesel engine that has a little bit more torque. It's 332 foot-pounds of torque. So a little bit more power in that engine, even though it's a 4-cylinder engine. And it's all-wheel drive. So it's just constantly monitoring the power and torque needs and adjusting that automatically for you. So some people like either option that we currently have right now. With the all-wheel drive option, that's also when we have the Tenorite color that's available if you go with the all-wheel drive chassis. As we keep moving around, let's talk about the front of this vehicle, because this is where the 19X really stands out. We've got this amazing Tenzing brush guard that we've added to the front end of it, along with these KC lights. These things are amazing for when you're driving on that foggy morning. They just cut through that fog and help you see the roadway. They're an amazing look to the front end. We've still incorporated the front sensors, so all of your parking safety features are still enabled. And then we've added this coating to the front grille and the hood of this touring coach. So it adds that added protection, but it just looks great. I'll just give you a warning as you're driving this around, be prepared to talk to people and tell them about this vehicle, because they're gonna ask questions, because this definitely gets attention as it looks so great. And let's talk about some of the extra features that you want to be looking for as you're shopping for a touring coach or an adventure van. When we select our chassis from Mercedes-Benz, we're selecting every available driving convenience feature and safety feature that we can possibly get. We want the very best for our customers. So look for certain things as you're shopping around. One of those is, if you look real closely into this glass, it's hard to see on the video, but if you look closely, you'll see these tiny little wires in the windshield. And that's because one of the added features is a heated windshield. Instead of just a hot air defrost system, it heats the whole windshield. It gets that ice and snow off real quick, and is an added feature that we've selected. Power and heated side view mirrors as well as one of those selections. And the 19 chassis comes with a 360 camera that makes it really great when you're driving and trying to park. you get that overhead view that makes it really easy to get in and out of those tight spaces. So just an amazing front end that we're pretty excited about. Now let's talk about some of our features that we have on the driver's side of the vehicle. On the driver's side, you're gonna have your diesel fill tank. Nice safety feature that Mercedes integrates is that you have to open the driver's side door to be able to get access to that fill cap. Just a nice safety feature that nobody else can get access unless they have the keys to this vehicle and access to that. We've got another step rail on this side, the driver's side, to complement that look. And then we've got an exterior shower. This is great for having a hot and cold shower that when you get back from your hike or your bike ride and you want to rinse off your gear or yourself, you have both a hot and cold shower right there that you can access on the exterior of your vehicle before you take everything inside. We have a Truma Combi heating and hot water system that we'll talk about when we get inside where the controls are at, but you got your exhaust there. Now let's talk about our dump station. Now what's very common in touring coaches and the adventure van space is you'll see a lot of them have a cassette toilet. You'll see a big square access panel here. And some people don't mind a cassette toilet, but it just is a little inconvenient to have to go in and get that and find somewhere to empty it. And you still have a gray tank that you need to find somewhere to empty. Why not just do it all in once? And so we have a gray and waste tank on this touring coach, fresh gray and waste, a 9-gallon waste tank. And so we can take care of that all at one time. And not only do we have those tanks and not just even a gravity dump system, but we've incorporated our macerator and pump system. So it pumps out both of those tanks for you. You can rinse them out, pump them out again. And then the controls here, it actually reels that hose, that dump hose back in for you. So it just makes that whole process much more convenient and easy for you and is an added feature that you have on an Airstream touring coach. Your controls for that are right here. Your valve open and close, as well as a cable TV connection is inside the compartment right here. As we continue to move back, we've got our city water connection. So if you're at a campsite that has water provided for you, connect that right there. It's got a pressure regulator on there that makes sure that your water is pressurized inside when you're connected to that service. You have your smart plug, 30 amp smart plug that connects right here and makes sure that everything is safe and connected with indicator lights. And then here we have an external solar port. We've added that to both sides of the touring coach. You have 250 watts of solar that comes standard with this already, but we've added these external solar ports that make it really nice when you're in that spot where maybe you're in the shade and you can add some external solar ports that are out in the sun that you can connect here and recharge your system that way, or just add extra solar charge when you're at your campsite. So a great added feature that you have here on the Interstate 19X. Now let's talk about the rear of the vehicle. We have an integrated backup camera that, again, makes it really easy to back up, park into a typical parking spot or into that campsite. It's a great thing about this 19-foot. It's very easy to drive and maneuver, and that backup camera makes it easy for you. We've got the exterior coating again here on the back side and the bumper, and then our hitch that has a 500-pound tongue weight. This has a 5,000-pound towing capacity with a 7-way plug. So if you need to haul a trailer that has your four-wheeler or dirt bikes or e-bikes or things like that, you can do that easily with this, or just even adding exterior bike rack or other storage system for all that exterior gear that you want to bring along with you. And let's look at some of the things that are here at the rear of the coach, but on the inside. At the back here, we've got this screen system that pulls down and zips up so that if you're at an amazing site and you want to sleep or have your interior experience extended to the outdoors, you've got a nice, easy bug screen that keeps the bugs out but still brings the outside in. In the evening time, when you need some extra light in the exterior, as you're loading things up or just even at your campsite, we've got a switchable light there that's integrated. And then a spray port. So as you bring your dirt bikes or kayaks back and you want to hose them down and clean them off before you load them up, you've got a access spray port right there. Little cubby storage for some cables and things that you might need to add in. And then as you can see, we've got just an amazing interior. So let's get inside and look at some of the fun stuff in there. So as we're going inside the coach, we'll notice that we do have the powered door on the Mercedes-Benz chassis. This doesn't come standard. It's an added feature, but it makes opening this nice heavy door a lot easier. Inside the coach here, we also have our fresh water fill station. So if you're not going to a campsite that has water service, before you get to your destination, you can use this to fill up your fresh water tank before you get there. And then we've got this great screen. So as you're at your campsite and you want to have that airflow and be a part of nature on your campsite, you can keep the bugs out with this integrated door screen. And we've separated this from the window. So instead of just a full screen all in one, you can actually have a separate screen system that allows you maybe to pass, your food through out to your campsite. Those separate screens make it a really nice added campsite feature. All right, let's go on inside. So welcome to the cockpit of the Interstate 19X. We're going to spend a few minutes talking about some of the features and some of the additions that we add to make this the most comfortable driving experience. Let's talk about these seats. We have these amazing Mercedes-Benz seats. You've got these little controls here in the door. These are the powered controls for these seats that adjust the forward and back motion, your lumbar support. And then they've got these amazing memory settings. So you can set the perfect position for you or your partner. These are heated seats. So on those cold days or on a long drive when you want that little heated and support on your back. But we take the standard Mercedes-Benz seats and we reupholster them in this just ultra leather. It is soft, durable, easy to clean, and just super comfortable. And let's talk about some of the Mercedes-Benz features that they've incorporated into the cockpit here. And just starting with the steering wheel. You don't want to take your eyes off the road. And so Mercedes has incorporated all those controls into the steering wheel, not just your infotainment system, where you can adjust your sound and your volume, even take calls right here in the buttons that are integrated in the steering wheel, but even your driving features and the screen here in the driver's column, you can adjust and see what your mileage is, what your speed is, and even some of the other features that you want on while you're driving. We've got active distronic cruise control, so you can set that distance that you want between you and the person in front of you, and it'll adjust your speed accordingly. Lane keep assist that's active, so as you get too close to one of those side lanes, it'll beep at you, and if you continue to go, it'll add braking to bring you back into the center of the lane. So a great safety feature there. Again, every safety and convenience feature that we can select, we've got it here in this chassis. Some paddle shifters for you. And then the MBUX system, the Mercedes-Benz Entertainment Experience. We've got the upgraded 10.25-inch screen, so a little bit larger screen for you, easier to manage. And again, you can control all that from the steering wheel, but you can also control it from here, or your partner has all the controls that you want. And then they have this great feature called Hey Mercedes. So as you want to interact, there it is. It just activates. It'll recognize your voice as you say, Hey Mercedes, and you can ask it something like, where's the nearest gas station? So it'll pull up and you can interact with it in a lot of different ways and a lot of different features in the entertainment system. And then Mercedes has the Me Connect system where you can use the app to do a lot of different controls and features with your unit here. And you get service that is included with your purchase for Mercedes Me Connect. Other features that you've got a lot of different space for your drinks, your cup holders, and then they've incorporated even up here storage for your phone if you needed to charge and plug in. There's charging ports, USB for that, and storage there. It's another storage compartment here and on the passenger side. So they've made use of every space to give you a lot of different options here. So those are some of the highlights of the Mercedes-Benz cockpit. So we're here in the cabin, and one of the first things I want to point out is this complete wet bath that we have on the 19X and all of our touring coaches. You know, in the adventure van space, there's a lot of different options that you'll see for a bathroom or shower, a lot of makeshift things or things that you have to set up and take down. But it's a great feature to have a completely enclosed, private complete bathroom on board. It's great to come back from a hike or bike ride and be able to take a nice hot shower and use the restroom at nighttime without disturbing your partner. And so to have a completely enclosed and private wet bath is just an excellent feature to have. We've got the signature Airstream porthole in the door that is a great just style feature, but also adds just a little bit of ambient light. Little towel hook, a towel rack in your door. And then it's pretty spacious for the size of vehicle that we're in. There's a decent amount of room there. But again, everything that you need, the toilet, integrated sink. Now, a lot of people say like you don't need a sink in your bathroom area, that you can just come out and use your Galley sink, but think of all the things that you're touching and handling on your way there. So it's great to have a sink in there. You can clean up and wash up before coming out of the bathroom area. But you just pull up that nozzle up here for your shower. We've got a mirror that you can adjust and a clothesline shower curtain and even a toilet paper holder that's completely enclosed so it keeps it dry as you need in there. And LED lights that you can control, turn off and on. But even if you don't want to use those in the middle of the night to disturb your partner, it's got a motion sensing light in the exhaust fan here that'll come on to give you the light that you need. So just a great feature that you don't find is pretty uncommon in the adventure van segment. So as we continue into the cabin, let's take a moment to talk about our control systems. So we've integrated all of the controls into a multiplex system that makes it really easy to monitor and control everything in your touring coach. So everything is in one screen system here. So you've got your master lights, you've got some settings for certain dim levels and even a cinema level that kind of creates a nice mood here inside the coach, maybe when you're watching TV or just bedding down for the night, having a romantic evening with your partner. Your awning controls, so we can extend and retract our awning right here from the control screen. Our temperature controls, which control our air conditioning unit. And then we've got our tank monitors, fresh, gray, and our black tank. So we have a 20-gallon fresh tank, a 16-gallon gray, and 9-gallon waste tank here. Your tank heaters, so when you're in cold temperatures and you want to make sure that your fresh and gray tank are not freezing up, you can turn on those tank heaters. And then your water pump controls. If you're not at a location that you're hooked up to that city water supply, then you can turn on your water pump to make sure that your fresh tank is pressurized and giving you water for your sink in your bathroom. You've got your light controls for interior and your awning, patio, and undercarriage. Power monitoring, so you can see when you're connected to a power source and what you're getting from that, and what might be shedding your load based on what you're using here inside the coach. And then again, your climate control, which is for your air conditioner, and your vent fan, which is right above me. Now you'll notice that this unit has the Volta system. So this has our E1 package installed. That is an optional upgrade that we offer that takes the standard batteries, which are two 100 amp hour batteries. That's about 2,400 watt hours. And expands it to the Volta system, which is a 12,000 watt hour battery. So you get a massive battery system. And with that addition, we add the Volta screen that gives you a really easy way to monitor and manage your power usage. You can see your state of charge, how much power flow you're currently using, whether you're using power or whether you're charging, and the time remaining. So right now we're running off of that battery pack system. We're using about 120 watts. And so we could run in the current state for about 140 hours remaining. You can turn it off and on your inverter from here. So you can power your outlets and your microwave off of that. And even your air conditioner will run off this system, because with the E1 package, you upgrade to a 3,200 watt inverter instead of the standard 2,000 watt inverter on the 19X. So really convenient controls with the Volta screen and your multiplex screen here to monitor and control everything. So now let's talk about our galley area. One of the most important things while you're traveling is how well you eat. And so we want to make sure that we give you the tools and the space to prepare great meals while you're on your travels. We've got some great counter space here, which is hard to come by in a small vehicle, a 19-foot touring coach, but we've got a lot of counter space, prep space to work with. And in the end of this countertop, we've got our refrigerator, 3.1 cubic foot refrigerator with a freezer that is inside there. And we've done it on the end. So that way, even at your campsite, when you're outside on your campsite, you can kind of easily reach in the door and grab something, grab a drink or something out of the fridge, even from outside. So it's done on the end cap that way. Let's talk about some of the storage. We've got a cabinet above here that has plenty of storage inside for some canned goods or some items, things like that in there. Under it, we've got this JBL speaker. So the sound system in here, it's a Bluetooth speaker that you can connect to. But the nice thing is that you can unlock it from this bracket. It's portable, take it outside with you at your campsite. Great sound quality feature there. We've got another outlet and USB ports, both USB-A and C, that you can charge something up here underneath your cabinet and the under cabinet lighting. And then you might see here, we've got a TV mount. We don't include the TV. A lot of people don't want one, but if you want to add that, you can mount it right here. And the power, again, the outlet right here is to plug it into. And then inside this cabinet is your coaxial connection for either cable from the campsite or from your antenna. And you just turn on your signal booster when you're using that antenna, so you can mount and have a TV here. Now you might be noticing, what about a cooktop? How am I going to cook great food if I don't have a cooktop? Well, we wanted to preserve as much prep space as possible. So in both the standard, no matter what version you get, standard or even with the E1 package, you're going to get an induction cooktop. So 1,000-watt portable induction cooktop that you can store here in the drawer. When you pull it out when you need it, there's an outlet here or here to plug it into. And but when you don't need it, you can stow that away in that nice convenient drawer, and again have all that counter space. So we've got all this great countertop prep space, but what about the sink? Well, we decided to add the sink to this side of the touring coach. And we did that so that way, one, you get all this prep space still preserved, but with the limited length that we have in a 19-foot touring coach, we wanted to preserve the length for a nice, big, comfortable bed. And so by adding the sink to this side, we were able to keep the galley a little bit shorter to make sure we had enough room for a nice big bed. So you have your sink on this side with a cover, cutting board cover. We've got this great little feature of this little extra porthole storage area. Again, a great Airstream accent with the aluminum surrounding it, but a great spot to put some tools or spices, but taking advantage of any space that we can for storage. So we've added that there. You've got a 0.7 cubic foot microwave, roof locker microwave above you. And again, with the E1 package, the microwave and the air conditioner can run off your battery system, off grid, as long as you have your inverter turned on. It will shed if you're running everything at once, but you can run your air conditioner off your E1 package, your battery system. 13,500 BTU Coleman non-ducted quiet air conditioner, great air conditioner that keeps things nice and cool while you're out on your adventures. And you'll also notice here we've got our controls for our Truma Combi system. It's a diesel fired system, so it's pulling right from your diesel tank. And so your controls for your heat and your hot water are right there with the Truma system. On the end of the sink here, we've got another outlet and USB port. So as you're working back here and you need to power a laptop or other devices, you've got a nice place to plug those in or recharge your devices. And then another touch screen for your multiplex system. So that way, again, when you're in the rear of the coach or in bed, you can control your lights, your air conditioner, monitor everything that you can on that front screen right here in an easy access panel in the rear of the coach. And let's talk about this back area. This is where the 19X really shines. Again, we've got the signature aluminum ceiling that we have in all of our touring coaches. It's so important. A lot of other manufacturers will use some kind of fabric or something that holds moisture or smell. It's not going to last as long as this beautiful aluminum, and it also just helps with the lighting in here as well on a great day. You've got some accent lighting again above and integrated into the countertops, and of course the lighting with these big, beautiful windows. I can't tell you how nice it is to be out there in a beautiful location and you've got these big, gorgeous windows to see everything around you. And great, the actual glass windows, not plastic. You've got some that open up on this side with screens. So again, if you're on a nice day and you want to get a little bit of just that breeze and not have to use your air conditioner or your heat, you can open up those windows to get a little bit of that outside access. But these are just gorgeous when you're at a beautiful campsite. We have shades that, of course, go up and block those out when you want that privacy, and they've got little storage pockets in them as well. Up here, we've got our signature open, flexible storage system. We have this in the 24X. Again, the whole purpose of this style of touring coach is you've got a lot of different gear and items that you're taking along with you. Your hunting, your fishing equipment, and stuff that doesn't typically fit in those typical small upper storage cabinets like this. So you need something that's longer, open, more flexible, and easier to access to put those larger, bigger items in. And then you can still use some kind of storage system to put clothes and soft goods, towels, if you want to use that as well. But it's a very flexible system of storage to have in the 24X and here in the 19X, and lots more of the L-track system. So you can add different attachments and you can hang different things and tie down different gear. It's a very flexible, great system, just adding a couple components that can incorporate in here. It's incorporated into the floor. So again, bike mounts or tying down kayaks or other gear. And let's talk about the benches and the bed system. So you've got two different spots that you can set up a table to create a workstation or even extend your counter space. You can set up that table system right here at the front, or there's a mounting spot in the back. The tabletop stores right behind the driver's seat, and then the legs can store in these storage compartments. In these benches, you've got several different areas of storage compartments that you can add different items, clothing, accessories, cleaning products. You do have access to your electronics, your fuse box is right there. You have access to your battery system, and then more storage compartments underneath here so you can store that table system under the benches as well. And again, these benches, we've got this nice Simtex fabric that is durable, easy to clean. As you're putting gear and stuff in and out, this is going to wear really well, and it's just very comfortable. So when you go to come in for the night and you're ready to recoup and rest, you can leave these set up as two twins, or you can take out the bed bar system and the bars fit here in the center. You take these side cushions and fill in, and you've got a massive 70-inch by 74-inch, a little bit larger than a typical queen, but a massive, very comfortable bed. There's nothing more important than after a long day of mountain biking and hiking and doing all the fun stuff that you've been doing, being able to come back, take a nice hot shower, clean up, and then have a nice, big, comfortable bed for the night. So thanks for joining us on our walkthrough of the Interstate 19X today. I hope this has been helpful. To get more information, continue to explore airstream.com. And to find out about pricing and availability, make sure you contact your local Airstream dealer.